Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting stream of Eberron, Ashes of the Last War. I am your DM Obsidia, everybody's favorite Death Knight. As is tradition, we're going to do round the table introductions before doing a brief session recap, and then hopping right in. And we get a special shout out to specifically Yulia for actually getting a male portrait for the gender bent quest. So that's a special shout out. Lily cheats because I said it was fine to just use Fru, but
Non-Binny.
um, so yeah. First up, we've got Yulia.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Yulia. I play the second cat here, the time mage, Kamar. But when I'm not a cat mage, I'm sort of kind of on my channel. It's a weird thing right now. But I do a lot of JRPGs. We play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons with these wonderful people. I do a lot of Skyrim and Elden Ring. So yeah, if that's something you're interested in, come on by and hang out with me.
Thank you, Yulia. I'm changing the stream title because I forgot to change everything beforehand. So next up, we've got Lily.
Hello. My name is Lilia, and I am playing Lilia. Did I say Lilia? Wow. Okay. Here we go. We're here. Hello. My name is Lily, and I'm playing Ilya. Tonight we're playing another version, another name. Don't worry about it. It's only for this one. But yeah, I'm very excited to see what happens as we try and last minute riz up the Silonia Cora girl. Yeah.
Thank you, Lily. Next up, we have the horniest MILF here. We got Euphoria Cox.
Howdy, everyone. My name is Maris, and I am playing Lady Euphoria Cox, everyone's favorite hot pink tiefling MILF. I am on a wee bit of an unofficial streaming hiatus because I'm trying to figure out some tech stuff on my end, so that way my streams aren't poopy anymore. But once that's all figured out, I'll be back, with my usual story time ASMR streams, and it's just a nice chill time, so stop on by whenever that's happening again. In the meantime, I'm happy to be here in queer and hopefully smooch a tsundere.
Hell yeah, we live for smooching in this household. Next up, we have your pal Malrel.
Hello, I am Literal, also known as Melrel, and I got no riz, so enjoy me flopping around on screen.
Man, bereft of Riz. Thank you, Litro. And then last but never least, we have Sess.
Hi, it's me, Shawnee Says, played by me, real ass Daddy Big Sif, who just landed back in New York, baby. Anyways, I'm going to try to riz up Umbra, aka Asharan, and by riz up I mean make sure they're okay, because holy shit, they're traumatized. Aside from that, I think I'm only going to stream once this week because I am a tired baby boy from my airplane rides. But yeah, I'll try to see you guys at least once this week. I love you guys. Tons. Bye. I'm here. I'm not bye. Fuck shit. It's been a while.
Thank you.
Bye, Sif.
No, I don't want to go.
Bye, Sif. It's been a while.
Sif had a good run.
Been a while, crocodile.
Also, we got to do a big shout out, a mega shout out for something that I am like 3 months late on, but it was none other than the Eberron Ashes of the Last War 1 year anniversary back in June. So that's wild to think we've been streaming this for over a year. We're almost on episode 50. So I appreciate everybody who's been along for the ride or watching them or anything. I hope you've enjoyed the adventures of these disastrously dramatic gays, and I really appreciate you all.
Woo!
Thank you for having us.
Here, baby!
What it do, baby? 1 year. Very hype. So yeah, previously on Eberron Ashes of the Last War, our plucky group of adventurers found themselves propositioned by a fluffy flying kitty named Prince, actual name Ikashi, otherwise known as Kate Sith, the Prince of Cats and Knight of the Raven Queen, to basically say, hey guys, remember that IOU that King Oberon and the Wild Hunt gave you? Well, funny story about that. So the Fae Queens currently aren't going to let him do anything about it. But if you guys enter a game where if you entertain them, they will allow the hunt to help you guys in the future. So the party agreed before hearing the full terms and conditions of such game show participation. And when they were brought into the Feywilds for what became known as a dating sim called Royals and Romance, brought to you by Fae and Friends, where they were each gender bent and given new names and identities as they were put into a fantasy kingdom where they had to find and romantically get one of their 4 companions, to achieve all 4 of them, to go to a dance later that night. If they failed to do such within 3 attempts, their companion's soul would be forfeit to the Fae for their continual entertainment. Upon arriving, the Kamar, everybody's favorite time mage, was unleashing maximum heart-to-heart riz with the what became known as the Larissa companion called Flutter, the court bard, and she provided a deep and very heartfelt connection with her about, maybe I'm kind of jealous of you. You're not just a dum-dum. I actually think you're kind of cool. And so with that, they achieved 1 successful companion as one of the NPCs known as Lord Rosso tried to intervene and get Flutter to skip out on the party tonight, but thankfully little Kamar was able to overcome that. Next up, we had Euphoria, whose gender bent to male, ran into the artist formerly known as Kai Shen, who was the captain of the guards of this lovely little kingdom and was a big tsundere, and started just unleashing maximum gay riz and challenged her to a duel, of which that she was able to triumph in. And with that, they began to work on, okay, maybe we can work this out together and you can impress me enough, and maybe we can unleash the appropriate amount of romantic power. Next up, poor Illya was 0 for 2 in trying to find Asharan, and eventually audibled away from Asharan and to Silodia, where previously Malral met Silodia, who was the Princess Cora of this kingdom, and tried to convince her to leave and have some fun for herself, but ran counter to the extreme amount of weird dad problems that Silonia has, as her father appeared in the form of the king and proceeded to chastise Malral until Malral kicked him and was promptly thrown in the dungeon for a session of the romance. Next up, eventually, our very own Shani was able to find Asharan down in the dungeons, planning for the security of the night, and being, like everybody knows Asharan to be, very, very self-loathing, under the guise of Umbra, the royal spy master, and explained that they were unworthy, but also began to bleed out of their character into other identities of Asharan, seemingly without control, and kept talking about all the things that they did to hurt Shani, and how could Shani ever forgive them, / think that there's anything good that can come of them. So with that, we will hop right back in to stage 3. This is stage 3 for every member of the party of trying to get their dates before the party happens. And we have Euphoria, risen up Kai Shen. Let's go.
Oh boy.
So, previously, you lost your duel against the intrepid tsundere captain, Zhongli. and you were being given the opportunity to try and impress Zhongli to the sense of maybe they can attend the dance with you by, you proving that their guards can handle things on their own. So how do you want to do this?
Absolutely. So I think that because a lot of what we talked about in round 2 was maybe you're being too hard on your soldiers, you have very high expectations, no one's going to be perfect. So even though I lost against her, I would like to, take a moment to go through a little bit of training with the guards and challenge a handful of them
Okay.
and see how that goes.
Okay. Could you make just make an attack roll? Make an attack roll for me.
Okie dokie. That's a 28.
Whew, whew. All right. In light of that, odd or even, young Mary?
We'll do odd.
Ooh, even. So, you do successfully duel them. How do you wish to go about dueling them?
I kind of want it to be like one of those like corny cinematic moments where I'm like, I can take all of you at once, and it's like it's like one of those group like martial arts fights where like the more enemies you have, the easier it actually is to defeat all of them. And just sort of very nimbly, dodge and evade until I can, conveniently, give them little like non-lethal thwaps on their arms and like their butt and just be very like kind of like playful, kind of humiliating, but just like come on, but like still encouraging them like haha, you can do this, you can do better than this as I'm doing so.
Okay. Yeah, you thoroughly clown this motley assortment of guards. And you see Zhongli looking very disapprovingly at the guards. She looks at you and goes, "It seems that my men weren't quite as well prepared as I thought they were."
Well, that just means that they weren't prepared for one fool. I reckon that the things that they are used to are a little bit different.
It's not a great vote of confidence if all of them together can't defeat a single haphazard swordsman with no particular intent to kill or maim them.
However, you bested me. That implies they're learning from the best.
I feel then perhaps it would be best if I continue trying to prepare them for tonight. They clearly need more supervision than you had led me to believe at first.
If I may interject my opinion, while I agree there is some guidance yet needed, I think, look at them. They're tired. They could use a bit of a break. Just for a little while, don't you think? They won't do you any good if they're tired. They're dead tired.
She eyes them all and make a persuasion roll.
14.
Okay. So she eyes them all. They're all battered and bruised and panting and stuff from the amount of work they've been going through today. And she kind of grunts and goes, "Fine. I will give you all the next half an hour to recuperate, and we will resume your training to prepare you for tonight. Dismissed." And they all kind of haphazardly salute and stuff as they slink away.
Speaking of breaks, I have another bit of a foolhardy proposition.
She raises an eyebrow to you. Oh,
I know you've got a very important job tonight, and I'm not about to be so bold as to take that away from you. But if I can make a suggestion, if I could have just a moment of your time, just a half hour, if you will, I sure would like to take you to that ball tonight.
she kind of looks you up and down and goes, I feel like we've been beating around the bush enough. Why do you wish to take me of all people so badly? It's very unlike you. Put this much effort into talking to me, period, but much less to want me to attend some frivolous affair.
I think it's because, if you don't mind my saying so, I think you and I are very alike. And I know that we both feel like we have to put on a certain front to feel like we have a modicum of control in our lives. I know you put on a harsh facade so no one can get close enough for you to risk losing them again. And as for me, I act like a foolish flirt because, well, if I break their hearts first, they can't break mine. But it's just a piece of us, and it's not the whole of it. And just like your men need a break, I think you do too. And you've needed one for a long time. And I'd like to show you a good time, even if it's for a frivolous event.
Kind of slumps against a table where I guess the picnic was provided by Shani, and just kind of holding her spear like between her legs, and she just looks very deflated right now. And it's terrifying to think about what would happen if I stop protecting them, if I stop doing everything I can to keep them safe. I have always told them to become stronger, to do what is best to be able to prove themselves. But I feel like I'm just projecting my own failures. I wasn't strong enough to protect the ones I loved when it came down to it, and it's terrifying to think about if I were to fail them again.
I know what you mean. I thought I prepared my girls for everything. And they still made mistakes. And I wasn't there to help help her either. But it just goes to show, no matter how you try, everyone's got their own life to live, their own choices to make, whether they're good or bad. You can only give them everything you can, and they take it from there. And that's scary because you can't control that.
She kind of looks at you and goes, I felt like I had done such a better job this time around. I thought that I was helping her, and she reminded me so much of my own daughter. And I just wished I could have had those years to do the things I was able to do with her. And I just wanted them to be able to make their own decisions one day. And I thought I was doing the right thing.
Well, if it's any indication from, the things she wrote, the things she painted, she looked up to you. And you know me, I'm one stubborn bastard. I'm not about to stop until I can get her back. I guarantee you'll have those years yet.
You are a stubborn bastard.
Well, I like to get what I want. And what I want is a little more time with you.
See her. Sorry.
If that's all right.
Your cheeks turn a little pink. She kind of scoffs and goes, such an idiot.
I know. I think you kind of like that about me, though.
Or something. Fine. Perhaps at least having me there can give some closer security to the attendees. And I know that while you are not nearly as good as I am, you are at least somewhat competent with your blades.
I like to think so. And I highly doubt anyone's going to be misbehaving with you on the dance floor.
Certainly not. I am quite the exquisite dancer, and I'll be able to breeze through the ballroom, keeping my eye on all of them.
Well, hopefully you spare a glance or two in my direction.
She kind of gives you a toothy, fangy grin and goes, well, that the night is still young. Who's to know what will happen? You might annoy me more with your idiocy.
Well, if that's the case, then you can always go back to the barricades and, watching over the carriages of other, esteemed guests. Make sure no one hijacks them or whatever it is you do during froofy ball nights. But I hope I can show you a good time.
Fine. It's a date. She holds out her hand.
I'll take the hand and give it a kiss on the top of her knuckles.
You see her kind of blush and look embarrassed as she was going to shake hands with you. God, you're such an idiot. All right, I'll go get dressed. She storms off. And a little message appears on your screen saying, "Date achieved."
Yay!
All right. Illya and Malral, you wish to proposition Silonia Part 2.
Yee. It is time. Since I know the way that this was kind of going, I don't know. I think Illya probably gets there first, but I don't know if that's okay with you, Litro.
Go for it.
All right. You can feel free to hop in at any time, then I'll say. So, Illya will kind of just walk up to the room that Shawnee clue them in to be in Cora's laboratory.
Yep.
And we'll just give it a soft knock.
Just hear a kind of soft, come in, come in.
Illya will kind of just slowly open the door and then just kind of walk in before shutting it behind and kind of getting a quick look at Silonia, or Cora, and say, and just how do they look at this point?
So you see that their lab has the same scorch marks and everything that Malral witnessed from the detonation. And you see them kind of putting away the rest of their equipment, as there is a very stately gown on one of the tables that has been left unscathed from previous encounters, and she just looks very kind of hollow as she's putting everything away.
Good afternoon, Cora. I take it this is not exactly what you would call a joyous occasion.
Kind of looks up at you with clearly Ben crying, and Lord Ferris, I don't know what you're talking about. This is the beginning of the rest of my life.
Darling, we both know that that is not exactly how you're feeling.
Whatever do you mean? This is my purpose. This is what everything's been building towards.
You know, when I was younger, I thought that my purpose was to just be the pretty little girl that everyone wanted me to be, and, go from there. But life is not exactly as simple as just doing as you're told, though I believe I've told you this many times.
Which is, as true as that may be, I feel as if we are just simply too different. You had more of a life than I ever did. I was born within these walls, and I was created for the sole purpose of serving my father's wishes, to do what is best for the kingdom.
Your father, he may have created you, but it is, after all, your life. You can make the decision to disobey.
It was never my life, Lord Ferris. I never had a life. I've always had a purpose. I'm simply a tool. I'm an asset to be used, and to accomplish whatever is required of me. I didn't get to be the pretty little girl.
But you're not satisfied with that. The ways you're speaking, it's so clear that you're not satisfied with that.
It doesn't matter what I'm satisfied with.
It does matter what you're satisfied. Why should the princess of a kingdom be so willing to just say, no, I think that I will do exactly what I'm told? You are essentially second in command. If your father died literally tonight, you would be free. What would you do then?
I would inevitably be discovered by some prince who would seize the throne, because that's what happens.
Then you don't have to be here. You do know that I come from a position of at least moderate royalty. Viscount and all.
Where would I even go? No matter where I go, I will always be me. I will always be something for other people to use. And that doesn't change if I run away from home or not.
You know, everybody can be used by others. But I don't think. Yes, you could run away and be discovered and be brought around, but is that a different than the life that you currently lead? Wouldn't you like to at least try something different? Try to see the world, try to experience life, live as you have always desired. You make all these amazing potions, these amazing crafts, these amazing creations, and yet you don't get to live with them.
When I try to do things beyond my station, I'm not the one who suffers. It's others. Others always get hurt trying to help me, trying to get me out of this life, trying to make me something other than what I am. You know, when I first tried to discover the full extent of my domain, my father forbid it. And one of the servants decided to sneak me out to get a view of just what the landscape was beyond these walls. And when I returned, he was promptly dragged away to the dungeons and executed. That's what happens when people try to help me, when I try to be anything other than what I am. And I don't want that to happen to you, Lord Ferris. I don't want that to happen to anyone ever again. I'm at least now in the simple position that I know what I am and what people want from me. I'm not some delusional little girl. But that's what makes it so difficult. I have to deal with the fact that I know I'm hurting everyone by simply trying to be anything other than what I am.
Ilya will walk over to her and just kind of wipe away some of the tears that are forming on her eye and give her a hug. I know you're scared of other people getting hurt on your behalf. Every decision that we all make comes with a cost and a benefit. And yes, you don't want me to get hurt, but... well, what could I do to make you happy?
It's just so frustrating. I don't understand why you even care.
I care. because everybody deserves a shot at living their true and happy life. I don't know if your father told you this, but you do know that I used to be, well, amongst the unsavory folks, the killers, assassins, all the bad people that you hear about in the scary storybooks. But here I am. In fact, that does give me a bit of an idea. We could try perhaps to... You do have these inventions. I know that they created a bit of a smoke cloud. We could use that to our advantage and sneak out during the middle of the ball. I could be masked assassin, something dramatic, that would allow me to take you away from here. And I don't care. I don't care that there's risk to it. I've lived my life with risk at every turn, with death around the corner. It is like breathing to me.
She kind of shakes her head and is like, first Countess Matilda, and now you.
We all care about you. And whether you think you deserve that or not, it is the true feeling that we have. And you would do best to appreciate that where that comes from.
Aren't you worried that I'm going to eventually just not escape my nature of what I am? And I will hurt you. I'll hurt anyone who gets close to me.
Darling, the price of love is loss, but still we pay. And we love anyway.
You're really serious, aren't you?
Dead serious.
You intend to be some masked villain ready to whisk me away? Even if it causes everyone to hate you?
In an instant.
Even if it means that I will inevitably betray you?
Of course, because everybody deserves their chance to make their own choices.
I don't know what I ever did to garner such loyalty from you for seemingly nothing except heartbreak.
You know, seeing a smile on a young person's face makes me feel the joy. The joy of knowing that they will get to be free and that they will get to experience love or just feel like a true person and feel like they've always deserved to. That's enough for me. It always has been.
Kind of just shakes her head in disbelief at you. My father will be furious if he finds out that I didn't get on that coach to leave to the kingdom tonight.
Oh, don't worry. Oh, sorry, am I interrupting? I couldn't help but listen in on the,
Matilda?
about half the conversation. Yeah, I'm here. But yeah, don't worry about your dad. If you're looking to escape with your Prince Charming here, then I will gladly make the biggest distraction I can until your father won't know the wiser. Until you're already gone.
You do realize you won't get a second chance with him after what you pulled earlier.
I like starting fires.
She looks between the two of you. You two have to be the most insane nobility in this entire kingdom.
Well, nobility often comes with a certain insanity. Look at you. Look at us. Look at your father. Look at everyone around you. Is anybody here truly sane?
They also say love does make you crazy.
All right, fine. I know it's pointless, but I'll entertain your offer. I know that at the end of the night, I won't be the one being punished by my father when it fails.
Of course. I know that life has been hard, but if I can just get you the opportunity to experience the true joys, I would give anything.
And who knows? Maybe you'll really enjoy the thrill. She'll give a wink.
Cora does kind of a little half smile, goes, Fine, I'll go put on my dress and going to have to make a quick egress from my lab to the ballroom. Otherwise, I'm sure that Father will be sending guards after me.
Just make sure to use your inventions to your advantage. Be sure to maybe stuff a few down your bra or something of the sort that would allow you to, well, impress in more ways than one.
Do you have any more of that concoction that, just explodes? Because I could definitely use some of that.
Well, I'm sure I could tell you this, but any concoction of alchemy is capable of explosion when properly miscalculated.
Oh, well, fantastic. I guarantee you the ball will be an absolute bomb of a time.
I believe the word would be blast. Bomb has some negative connotations there, my darling. But can I count on you to be ready?
Yes, I'm in. I'll be there.
Ilya will
you all
go
look
give her a big
crazy.
hug. We'll give her a big hug, kiss her on the forehead, and just say, craziest part of the job description.
And as you do that, you both get the date achieved.
Date in quotation marks.
Yep. Kidnapping.
Terrorism achieved.
Terrorist kidnapping achieved.
Crimes against the crown achieved.
Hell yeah. Revolution!
I would love the idea of an Oath of the Crown Paladin having to deal with this scenario. Like, you're in a made-up kingdom, but still. All right. And then we come to, last but not least, Shani and Asharan. Shani noticed Asharan's peculiar behavior and their emphasis about all the ways that they've wronged people and they've hurt people and they don't deserve to be happy ever. And that is where we will resume, Shani. If you're here. Sif?
Sorry, I unmuted on Discord, but not on my actual mic. Whoopsie daisy. It will keep happening. Anyways, so you don't think you deserve to be happy?
Of course not. Why would I?
Do you think I deserve to be happy?
Yes, you've had a hard life, but at least it's something. All I've ever done is hurt people. Doing this, trying to protect them from people like me, it's all I could ever really hope to try and atone for anything I've done.
you're the spy master, so you already know all the things I've done before we got this lovely setup here. But there was a time, there are still times where I think to myself that I don't deserve any of this. But then I see the smiles that I bring, the people who want me around, and I know I've earned it. And you do the same thing. I know we never started off good, but you've come to mean a great deal to me, as well as the others. And even if you can't see that now, there will come a day when you see that. So, before whatever happens, before whatever big secret we have to deal with next pops its head, just spend one more normal day with me at the dance. You don't even have to do anything special. We can just people watch from the fruit bowl, from the punch bowl, excuse me.
It's an impossible ask, Silico. You know, all of those people have hopes and expectations, and they don't involve somebody like me. Somebody who all I do is kill people. It's all I've ever done. All I've ever known. And even in this, all I will do is kill others who try to hurt them. I'm not like them. I'm not like you. There is nothing to me beyond my nature. If you had had this talk with me a few years ago, the moment you walked through that door, I would have killed you too.
But it's not a few years ago. It's now. So this fear of yours doesn't exist right now. That you have gotten to know over these past months, the you I'm talking to right now, I assure you, the you've become is one deserving of care and love. Every day we change. And I'd like to think that with everyone here, I've been changing for the better. And I'd like to think that I've been encouraging other people to change for the better, including you. I can't have been that bad of an influence on you, can I?
Look at you and go, what is it like to have such hopes?
Mm. It's strange. I'm still new to the whole hopeful outlook myself thing. I mean, just a few weeks ago, I thought I wouldn't be here right now, but here I am. But it's scary. I'll acknowledge that. The fear that those hopes will never come true, that you'll find out that you aren't deserving of all the things you want to strive for. But it's the acknowledgement that you'd never find that out if you didn't try. I don't want to just be some thug alley cat hurting people and making money off that. I want to be something more. And I'm only going to know that if I keep my hopes up and actually try to be that. Just like I know deep down, you don't want to spend the rest of your days like this, cramped away, making sure other people can smile without yourself. You've done enough frowns. You deserve a smile. So please. And Shawnee will extend her hand out. Or, excuse me, Silica will extend his hand out.
Umbra looks at it and goes, I don't think I'll ever be like you. I don't think I have that capacity to feel and smile and pretend that life gets better. just don't think it's a part of me anymore, if it ever was. And I'm afraid that there will come a time when I'll just go back to my old ways. Like, that's just who I am. What I'm doing now that's just another character. And I feel like if I saw them again, they would do the same things to me, and that I deserved it. For that is who I am. I don't know what it's like to not just follow someone, to not just have them bend me to their will and give me purpose. I don't. It's impossible to have hopes because I don't have anything for myself. I never have.
Okay. Silica is going to reach out towards just Umbra's fingers and like just a little bit. Does Umbra like pull back?
Yeah, they will pull back.
Okay. Just he stops and then pulls back a little bit and grabs some pens or quills from Umbra's desk. Goes, okay. I promise you. I swear to you, and that myself and everyone else that'll stay by your side. And I'm swearing for them because they owe me that much for me, getting my ass handed to me every time we go out on an adventure. So, I make this oath, they make this oath. I promise you, as long as we're with you, we'll make sure you'll never become the thing you fear the most. And in the meanwhile, whatever steps you choose to take, we'll be your safety line. Whatever hopes you want to explore, whatever ideas come into your head, we'll be there to make sure you can take that step without fear. If mistakes happen, mistakes will happen. That's part of life. If the whole idol thing doesn't work out for me, maybe I'll become a florist. If that doesn't work out, maybe I become a professional chef. Who knows? But I won't know any of that until I take those steps towards it. So I promise you, not a single one of us will let any of those mistakes ruin you. And you'll be allowed to take on as many hopes and dreams as you'd like.
You see Umbra kind of spasms into Asharan for a moment as they look at you and just go, I feel like I need you more than you need me. When we faced her, I couldn't do anything. The moment she looked at me, I was hers again, and I was just serving her, and I know that what if she's not dead? What if that happens again? I can't do it. I'm not strong enough.
I don't think I ever told you or the others when we got back home. But, I died on our last mission. I myself was not strong enough. But someone important to me lent me their strength to get back up. No one can do it all themselves. No one can come back by themselves. No one can move forward by themselves. And ideally, no one should dance by themselves. You don't have to take it on alone. If she's out there, we will give you our strength. If someone else is coming for you, we will be your strength. It's okay to be afraid, but don't forget you have plenty of reasons to be brave too. And she's lined up the quills, and I'd like to imagine each one is feathered in a different color scheme matching the party and companions.
they shift back to Umbra and look at you and go, what if you're wrong about me? What if you're wrong about all of us?
Well, fortunately for both of us, I have a lot of experience being wrong. And fortunately for me specifically, this isn't school. It's not a test. If we mess up, if any of us mess up, we can do our best to try again. If I'm wrong and things don't work out for people, we can just do our best to make sure they can try again. So if I'm wrong about you, and what you say does come true, I promise you, I'll deal with it then, and I won't stop until you're happy. Also, the eye thing goes back to the oath. Everyone would do this for you. You mean the world to us.
They will give you a good, long, hard look and go, I don't ever leave this room. As they kind of look at the door and see them look kind of scared. Will they hate me?
They didn't hate you when you were in the room, and they've definitely tried coming in the room to talk to you. They won't hate you outside of it. And Silico offers his hand again.
They look at it for a good long moment before very tentatively extending out their hand into it.
Silico takes their hand, and they walk off through the door.
All right. As you leave the dungeon, you see date achieved.
Yo, it wasn't date get, it was date achieved. Let's go.
And yeah, with that, you all have achieved dates. The 5 o'clock will come around. You see before you, there is Zhongli in an immaculate, like very Cinderella style, like military uniform. Lots of brocade and filigree and stuff on it, looking very severe with swords at her sides, and blushing a lot, standing grim-faced next to Euphoria's gender-bent self. And you see also Flutter, dressed in a very surprisingly not skimpy gown, as she kind of drapes herself over Kamar, giggling and laughing and just kind of saying silly things to him. And you see a very reserved and terrified looking Umbra, who is just wearing very plain, just black and gray clothing that just kind of makes them slink into the background of whenever you try to look at them. And then finally, you see kind of running in a black and red, gown, is Princess Cora with none other than our very own Illya, is kind of scampering next to her. As you hear various shouting in the distance. What do you guys do?
So am I in escape mode at this point?
You gotta at least, you've made a distraction to get into the ballroom.
Okay, so...
I'm wearing a beret, and I'm throwing a bomb, screaming, Viva la revolution!
So I'm just gonna basically just do a very wild and gay flourish. I can't think of a better word.
Flourishes gaily. All right.
Flourishes gaily.
Gaily
Before taking a bow with while teleporting next to Cylonia or next to Cora, appearing next to them and just saying, "Now, my darling, we must away." And just take her with a thunder step the fuck out of there. Just teleport 90 feet, like, straight to the door and just start fucking booking it, teleporting on cooldown.
Okay. And as you all enter the ballroom, your respective dates will turn to you and smile in a somewhat genuine way that you may not have seen some of them ever do it before, as everything goes white and the music starts to play of big fancy ballroom tunes, and you then see behind you guys a rows upon rows of myriad fey beings clapping and hooting and hollering and stuff as Ikashi gives you guys a big smile. Goes, "Excellent work! What a delightful day for our royals in romance. Thank you all so much for being such wonderful guests." And your companions are not currently with you. You can see them somewhat hazily through the whiteness, as if they're in the ballroom currently, in autopilot, as Ikashi looks at you.
So does that mean we did it?
Well, I know that everyone here was certainly entertained, so that's certainly a good sign. I've been informed, though, you see, like, two little pixies fly over and start, like, whispering very, very speedily in Sylvan into his ears, and go, yes, it seems, though, that the queens have found your performance acceptably entertaining. However, they have said that you have failed to live up to their true expectations, and so they are still going to forbid King Oberon's direct participation in your future endeavors. So sorry.
Hold on. We did exactly what was asked of us.
Am I back, by the way?
Yeah, you guys are now
Okay.
We're all here. We're all here.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure I got, like, zipped back.
Yeah,
after
everybody got
teleporting
zipped
out.
back.
Okay. A fey deal is a fey deal. And they said that they would allow the support if we entertain them. They can't go back on that word.
No, of course the queens would never do that. They simply said that you did not entertain them enough for it to matter.
So that's it then?
Oh, please. Euphoria, you should know the queens better than that, or I guess you wouldn't know at all, but you should know me better than that. As he flutters over and starts nuzzling against you.
The only thing I know about you is you love to be pet and you ate all of the snacks.
All of these are quite true statements. Truly pegged my character to the T. However, while King Oberon is forbidden from directly participating, I have been informed that he has allowed one of his agents to participate in any future requests you may have.
Shawnee's ears immediately perking up, but like he's trying not to pay attention.
Which agent?
Oh, I don't know. I guess you'll have to talk to him about that.
Well, then point me in his direction because I want to know.
Oh, you all are just so single-minded, but I can say at least as the MC of this little operation that I happen to think you were quite entertaining, and I loved those heartfelt connections. You mortals are just so dynamic, it's fascinating.
And what about our companions?
Oh, don't worry. They won't remember anything about them bearing their hearts and dirty laundry to you. We'll ensure that they are safely returned to your little mansion once you all have finished your time here in the wilds.
After all that, they won't remember a thing?
Oh, no, because they were simply the accomplices to the rest of you. You get to live with everything you've learned and said and done. However, they will remain blissfully ignorant.
I think I prefer it that way. They should tell us these things when they feel like we've earned their trust, not when some stupid face show is making them feel like they have to confess everything.
Oh, and we, of course, have arranged a parting gift for you all as a series of little just displacer beast kittens come out holding a big tray just stacked high full of gemstones. There you go, enjoy.
This is
Thank you.
Sure, that should be enough to compensate for your various feelings and afflictions.
You know what we'd rather want, what we'd rather have.
Well, you've been given your assistance that you so craved, and so we've decided to give you a bit of compensation. I know you need gold to function. It has such worth where you go. Where you go.
Right.
And yes, I see the crestfallen looks on all your faces. Once you've done here, you will get your opportunity to speak to the king. I'm sure that he can explain things more thoroughly than I. Satisfactory?
Are you coming
Does
back
fe-
with us? Or sorry, go ahead.
said we do feel a little bit miffed, but then again, I know best of all that this is how things go. In many cases.
Well, I will gladly continue to stay with you if you so want me. As he gives you big kitty eyes.
Honey shooting him like the deadest eye face. Period.
As he slowly inches over to Euphoria.
I don't think we have enough food stocked in our pantries to keep you around permanently.
Well, thankfully, some wonderful Fae decided to give you all of this money.
You're suggesting that we spend all the money on luxury cat food.
Oh, what a wonderful idea! I see why you're the brains of this operation.
Sneaking
Hardly.
laxatives into your food.
And I see why you're no fun at all.
Now Rao tosses him a bag of catnip.
Yeah. He does a little catnip snuff.
Why do you have that? Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just giving him the lust of it. I'm not buying anymore.
Oh, all right. Well, enjoy your wealth and ta-ta! As he snaps his fingers, and you are outside of the castle. As you see a big darkened forest with mist swirling through it, and you hear the the sounds from the castle behind you guys as you see King Oberon in his towering, monstrous form is, two enormous, razor-sharp clawed, basically talon-like arms, and then his smaller, more humanoid, fey arms holding his very classic, 12-foot tall spear, his antlered, hooded cowl that only his glowing eyes look out from, staring down at an image you guys remember and causes a shiver to run up your spines to see again of the Raven Queen herself, in her full feathered regalia, as she looks up at him and she's got a smile on her face showing her predatory fangs and her glowingly luminescent violet eyes, as she's saying in Sylvan, so anybody who speaks Sylvan can understand this. Oh, come now, Oberon, you know that you don't need those petulant little girls. You want somebody more mature, somebody who knows how to use you correctly.
Yo?
Yeah.
That's the only
I
one that
don't
can
know,
understand
Sylvan.
this.
As she runs one of her, serrated, fucking long, black curved fingernails up his chest, and you just see the glowing orbs within his cowl looking down at her, and goes, "No matter how many times you do this, I will continue to turn you down, Morgana. While I do not care for any of your idiotic sisters, I continue to serve, and my nature is tied to their seasonal power. I will continue to do such until the end of time." Oh, but you know that you just have to change your nature, change your alignment, and you could be a wonderful extension of the shadows. No more summer, no more winter. You could just be mine with me. I'll give you everything you desire for your little hunts. Enough. I grow tired of your coying at me. Until next time, Morgana. As he walks away, his back jointed, clawed legs digging through the dirt as she looks quite huffily back at him before evaporating in a flock of feathers, as he looks down at you, and I imagine it has been some time since we have last spoken.
Indeed it has, King Oberon.
I've heard of what Mab and Titania agreed on, and I disagree with it. However, I am bound by my nature and place. However, I will see to it that my agreement is honored in one form or another, and so I will dispatch my knight to assist you when the time comes.
You're not.
Yeah.
Do you mean
Looks down at you, Euphoria, and you get that, he exudes just this very musky, animalistic, kind of odor that emanates throughout all of you guys and makes you all feel very, very threatened. Like you are very much in the presence of an apex predator, and it is simply allowing you to live as if it is toying with you. But it would sooner run you down and enjoy bathing in your blood. And so he looks down at you with those two glowing cat's eyes, the one green and the one blue, and goes, I have seen to it that my knight will be here. I assumed that you would like to at least debrief her about the coming days.
You'll let us see her.
Do not read too much into it. It is simply to facilitate my word.
We are grateful for the opportunity, Lord Oberon.
Not. Perhaps in time, you can come revel in my lodge. But it does not seem that that is in any of your particular fates as of right now. So be it. I do wish you luck in your coming hunts, and I know that she will serve you well when the time comes. And he just kind of nods to you as a enormous stag comes out of the mist, and he mounts it, slots his spear back into it, and just disappears in a burst of green, blue, and purple energies as he ripples through whatever realities he is going towards. And then out of the mist, you see another figure emerge with a beautiful constellation of nebula, stars, and moons and planets swirling through her cloak as she comes out and looks at you all for the first time in what has been for you guys a very long time. Isn't that right, Houndmaster?
Hello.
You have left me on so many red messages.
Huh? What messages?
I have been sending so many messages to you. It feels hurt. I haven't gotten a single reply.
And he wipes away a tiny tear with his clawed hand.
No, that can't be right. I haven't heard anything.
Illya is going to reach over to Euphoria, give her a hug, and give her a nudge forward.
She'll just nod and step forward. Juby? Juby, are you all right? Mama? What are you doing here? Did you really think I wouldn't come looking for you? After you just disappeared? Your father and I, we were worried sick. I didn't mean to worry you. Didn't. There wasn't time. I thought I had more of it. But it's all right, honey. I mean, we'll find a way out of this. We'll find a way to fix all this so you can come home. Mama, I can't talk about that. It's not why I'm here right now. She'll just sort of you know, still herself and look at the group. And
Mm.
I understand that y'all need some help.
Indeed, we do. And might I take a moment to, well, let you know what it is that has changed?
Please do. I'm dying to know everything.
Ilya's gonna walk over to Shani and Kamar and just say to the two of them, to say, would you like to do the honors?
Hmm. Like Shawnee's swimming, and then she walks up to Juby, and then just puts both her hands on on Juby's face, and then stretches her cheeks out.
Mm,
Which one am I?
what do you mean?
Who am I?
Well, you're Seth. I mean, you look a little different. You look you look good.
I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. The whole Houndmaster space cape aesthetic is nice, but I'm looking at your face, and it feels like it's missing something. Like the look you had before when we first met. We'll tell you like our new identities and stuff, but how about this? Here's the deal.
New identities.
I will tell you everything that happened to me. So it looks back at the guys. You don't tell her anything. Looks back at Juby. But you have to come see us one more time when all this kerfuffle is over. And you have to show me that you have no regrets. That this is what you want. Okay?
Well, I don't. Yes, I mean, I'd love nothing more than to come see you, but I can't do. I can't go anywhere.
Who said that? Who said you couldn't do what you wanted to do?
I can't go anywhere unless I'm dispatched by King Oberon. I have a job to do.
You know jobs get breaks, right? You know you can fight for benefits, right? What is your title?
Does the Fae have a union?
Johnny,
Bet I have one now.
this isn't. I don't think this is like that.
It's not like a job like it is back home. This is. It never stops.
Who are
You
you?
can't.
What is your title?
Maybe they can get a B shift.
I have missed that sense of humor, but I'm Oberon's knight. I'm the Houndmaster.
You're the Houndmaster. You're Jubilee. Whether here or back then, you're still the same girl who gets what she wants via her own way. You pulled us out of danger because you saw that. You made the calls because you know they were the calls you wanted to make, and we followed on that. If there's anybody that could get freedom as the Houndmaster, it is you, okay? So this isn't a promise, this is a guarantee. Before I turn into an old granny, you are going to come see us again, and you are going to show me that face of confidence one more time, okay?
You see her, like, very practiced, polite expression falters a little bit. And just, well, I can at least promise that, but I hope it'll be a lot sooner than that.
It better be. You missed so much. I mean, like, come here, sis. We have like our real names now. Come here. She's like motioning her sister
Look at
to
her
come over.
tits.
Oh.
No longer pecs, boobs free.
Boob time. Yeah, she's gonna come up with a little more stride than she had before, a little more confident. But she's got these She's trying not to cry. They're spotty, but she's holding it back.
Paige, you look different. It's good. You look good.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel good. It's a good type of change.
Speaking of change, thought you wanted to say something, sis?
No, I just thought we should introduce ourselves.
Yeah. So, Shawnee gives the whole shifter culture lecture. I'll explain that shit again. We are no longer Says and Paige. My real name is Shani.
And mine is Kamar.
Shawnee and Kamar. I'll be sure to remember that.
I'm still Malrel.
Illya tackles the cats and just gives them nuzzles. And looks up at you.
Breathe. Oops.
Just looks up at Juby and just says, I hope this is close enough to the promise.
Yeah. It seems like y'all have been doing well.
Oh, not really. We are an absolute mess. I tried being a good leader while you were gone and helping these chuckle fucks stay in line, but it is much harder than it looks.
Chuckle fucks?
That is
Excuse
insanely
you?
presumptuous.
I like to believe that said that at the same time with the same notations.
There's 3 different forms of slaps on Malrel. There's the mage hands from the casters, Shawnee's goo, Euphoria just punching his shoulder.
Malrel just does a gesture and just see what I'm dealing with.
Wow. It makes me happy to know y'all are doing all right.
Of course. And how are you doing?
Me? Oh,
Yes,
I'm-
you, of course.
I'm all right. I'm okay. Euphoria will just give a very pointed look, just, darling, you never were much good at lying. You never gave me much trouble growing up, but I could always tell when you were attempting to fib a little bit. I need to know you're doing okay. I'm fine, Mama. Really, it's just hard some days. That's all. Just like with any task, it's easier some days. It's harder some others. But I'm not here for y'all to fuss over me.
I still want to know why you haven't answered any of my 128 letters.
I'm telling you, I never got any letters.
Well, they're not really letters, more just I speak into your head.
That's
Like-
fucking creepy.
Like send it?
Yes, that.
I haven't gotten anything of the sort, Malrau. I'm sorry if...
Either I'm very, very unlucky in the fact that I failed to go through 128 times, or someone's blocking them.
Either way is besides the point. I know that all of us are glad that you are here, talking to us now and staying strong as you've always been. And I'm sorry to hear that some days are tough, but we're always thinking about you.
I've missed you all. I know that's kind of unfair of me to say, given everything, but it's the truth. Juby, I want you to come home. I know you said we're not going to talk about this, but I want to talk about this. It's not always about what you want, Mama. I know. That's why I'm trying to wrap my head around what it is that you want, what it is that made you take this deal, this job, this title. Juby, I don't understand. I don't know why you felt like you had to just leave everything and everyone behind when you had so many people back home who loved you. Can you at least tell me that? And that's all I'll ask. Just help me understand. I don't expect you to understand, Mama. Just I didn't want to mess anything up, and I had to make it right. That's all. I wanted to be able to help any way that I could. And now I can. I mean, you all need my help now, right? That's why we're here. And I'm stronger now, so I can do whatever it is that you need help with.
I think everyone here just misses you. Whether you're strong or not, they just wish to be by your side more.
It has been, well, 4 months in our time. And a lot has changed, as you can so evidently see. And, well, you came here for a briefing. This briefing is this. We're going to need to kill the Ashbringers. That's what we're doing. They have a they have a warhead, the likes of which we could not even fathom. And they are going to kill every single person in the entire world if we don't stop them. Just us. Us and our ragtag group of friends we've made along the way. So yeah, those are the stakes.
I see. Well, so just cut the head off the snake and then we'll be good, right? Take him down?
I don't know if we have any more information than go after them and cleft them in twain. If I'm being honest, but
Do we know
yeah.
their locations, their whereabouts?
Last we saw them, they were dead.
They're dead.
Yes,
Well,
but they got better.
yes, they had the ability to respawn, but we took care of that. And now it's just a matter of, well, finding them, stopping the evil plan, and saving the world, I guess.
Sure, anything, of course.
So, what is it exactly that you would need from me? I want to help you, and I will. But how this works is y'all are going to have to be specific about what it is you're requiring of the wild hunt.
Fate,
Like,
deal
do
even
I
for
need to
this.
go? Like, do you need me to go in detail? Can I just say kick their asses, or do you need me to describe exactly
Well,
which cheek to kick with your foot?
yeah, unfortunately, with Faye, terms of service and all that, like if you tell me kick their ass, I will be obliged to literally go there, kick their butts, and leave. So you might want to be a bit more, specific.
That would be very funny. But
It'd be pretty funny, but not very helpful.
so you need us to give like actual terms?
Yeah.
Destroy all of the Ashbringers and put a stop to their plan. Does that work?
Can we say like be sure to guard our home for the next 60 to 70 years after we kick their butts?
Oh, well, that would kind of fall under another task.
It's to
Unfortunately.
make sure they don't come back. It is technically part of the same.
How about this? That desire to protect us, to fight for the things that we care about, the same desires you had before the Houndmaster thing? Just act with those intentions. You're the Houndmaster, you should decide what actions are best for you to take to help us, right?
If that's how you want to approach this deal, then I'll take the lead.
You wanted the power to protect us. Do what you came here to do.
Is everyone in agreement then?
It's broad enough, right? That way we don't have to worry about any tomfoolery or nothing. Juby can just do what Juby does best.
I think that's good.
I'm confused on what she does best. Is it to kick ass, or is it to make all of you very, very flustered?
Euphoria's eyebrows raise a little bit.
Illya grabs Euphoria's hands just like it's okay.
Yeah, she did that a lot.
Juby flushes herself. I don't
Are you
know about that, but
are you satisfied with this, Euphoria?
no, I'm not. How can I be?
Hmm.
My daughter is right here within arm's reach, and I can't do a damn thing. And she can only offer help through terms and contracts. Hell, we had to go through some show just to get in, just to talk to you, Juby. How can I be okay with this? I'm sorry, Mama. Seems no matter what I chose, I'd just be messing up, huh? But I'll do this. I'll help you with the Ashbringers, and maybe you'll see it was worth it when you see what I can do. I want to show you how strong I've gotten, Mama. Kind of thought that maybe you'd be proud of me. You
How
say
can they
that
ever not be proud?
exactly, Juby. You say that like I wasn't already proud of you. I just I just wanted to help.
You were always the bulwark against pain for all of us. At all times. For this, and I know you will do it. I know you will do it as best as you can now, too.
Does that conclude the debriefing?
Can we at least get a hug?
Yeah. She'll strut up and give Malrel a big hug.
Marel gives the big bear hug, just lifting her up in his big arms and just kind of like shaking her around a bit. He seems to have missed you a lot.
Oh,
Oh.
One by one, then.
She'll go over to Ilya and give her a big hug.
I don't know if this is what you want to hear, but you do look beautiful. And you always have. And she rubs like the underside of like Jubilee's eyes and just says, I just hope that you can find some peace. Because fighting all the time, I know, it's no way to live.
I have my moments.
I know you do. You're only You're only you, and I'm only me. No one is ever strong enough to face the world. We just rely on those closest to us to hold us up and say, "You've got this, and I'm proud of you." And she kneels her forehead against Juby's and just says, "And I am so proud of you."
Thank you, Ilya. And thank you for looking after everyone, too.
Of course.
She'll look over at Kamar and Shawnee and just I don't know if it's uh appropriate to give y'all a hug or anything.
Yeah, I was wondering if I should be extra cruel and hold that to when you see me again, but if you come back and I'm a really weak old granny, well, and then she just runs and gives you a hug.
Kamar is dashing into group
I
kitty hug.
think Juby would crack at this point and start like tearing up and just wrap an arm around each of them. Um, I'm so sorry. None of this was fair to you, and I didn't mean to lead the way that I did. I'm so glad that you're okay though, both of you.
It's okay, Juby. It's okay. Bad
It wouldn't be
decisions,
half.
good. Oh, go ahead.
It wouldn't be half the people we were today if it wasn't because of you. Thank you for everything.
don't thank me just yet. We still got work to do. But I'll do everything that I can to make sure y'all are safe. That's a promise that has not wavered.
You guys see out of the mist comes several riders where you see spectral chains going from around their necks uh, to Juby, and as they hop off of their, those kind of strange blue, green, and purple misty horses, you see that they appear to be like half orc or human, but they've got distinctly Fey hunter aspects of them, including the heterochromatic eyes. And you hear the slight jingling of chains as they walk up, and they do a little bow of their heads to Juby, and one of them, who looks to be very heavily scarred, he was probably a real rough type in another life. Mistress, we've been called to ride again.
Very well. I'll be there in a moment. I'll catch up with you.
They nod and do another bow and get back aboard their horses, as you see another horse appear out of the mist and just kind of, saunter over to Juby.
She'll look back at the group. Like I said, never a dull moment.
Go, Juby. I think you missed one hug.
She'll look over to Euphoria and kind of awkwardly walk up to her and you can tell there's something like almost militant the way that, she stands in front of Euphoria, just like perfect posture. And Euphoria will just scoop her into a hug, and Juby looks very surprised, and Euphoria just says to her very quietly, "No matter what you are telling me now, I know this isn't what you thought it was. But I found a way. I'm gonna get you out of here." And Juby will kind of pull back and offer her a sort of crooked smile and just say, "Well, I think it'll be a little harder than you think. Because you can't beat me, Mama." And Euphoria eyes will widen a little bit, just, "So she was right. That's how we do this, huh?" And Juby won't say anything. She'll turn at that point and mount her steed, look at the group, and just, "We'll see each other real soon. I'll do what needs to be done. Till then, y'all stay alive, okay?"
Don't go forgetting your promise neither. Otherwise, I really will never forgive you.
Never. I'll never forget.
You stay safe too. You know Vivari.
Me? I'll be fine.
Then at least stay strong.
I always do. She'll ride off into the mists to join with her hounds.
All right, you guys hear the jingling of chains as she departs, and her cloak turning into a pair of beautiful stellar hawk wings extending out of her back as she disappears into the mist once more. And the whole forest begins to fade away, and you guys see yourselves back in your living room of your mansion. A rather fluffy winged cat sitting in front of you.
I need to see Asharan. Actually, I was going to say I need to sleep, but I'm going to go see Asharan right now, and Shawnee just runs past everyone.
Okay. Sess speeds off for Asharan. Everyone else?
I think Euphoria is going to, quite frankly, flip the nearest piece of furniture and head out to the training grounds.
Lily just storming in a panic.
We're home.
Euphoria, no.
You should go to her.
I will. Lily, how long has it been?
Oh, I'm so glad you guys have returned. It's been 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
I know that it was Fae stuff this time, so I didn't try to worry, but it was tough after the first week. I didn't know when you were coming back.
Malral
You
goes
took
over
us
and
away.
gives Lily a little hug. Is like, well, we're glad to be back. And guess what? We got to see Jubilee.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Is she okay?
That's a bit why Euphoria flipped the table.
Is she coming back?
I think the table flip should be enough of a clue. Lily, I apologize for jumping straight to business, but is there I believe I should have a package from Snow. Is that correct?
Yes. There was a package that arrived for you. I didn't look at it or anything, but it is. I put it in your room.
Appreciate. For now, I'm going to go talk to Euphoria. Or attempt to, at least.
Okay.
As Lily's straightening the flipped table back, she looks at Cess and Paige.
Everything else go okay?
Most part, I think we've got a good direction to head in. But let me help you clean up around here.
Oh yeah, Cess stormed away to go see Asharan.
I'll help too. Also, I have a strange story to tell you about something called a dating sim.
Oh my! Some strange Fae thing?
Indeed. Something I was quite perturbed by, but I think you might quite enjoy.
Oh, jeez.
Wait until I describe what Kai Shin looked like.
But yeah, as you guys go to help straighten up the table, Cess, you you go upstairs and Sharon is not there.
Is their room unlocked?
It's unlocked. Yeah, it's unlocked,
Okay.
but they are not present.
Did they leave anything? Any note or anything?
You see a note that says, "I have to find the church." That's it.
I'm gonna take that and try to gather the party together as soon as I can.
Um, as you do that, because I know Lily scampered off. Is there anything anybody would like to say to each other before Illya talks to Euphoria?
I do want to talk to my sis, if that's okay.
Okay.
All right. Yulia, you there, bestie?
Yep, I'm here.
Shawnee with like the note in hand running back to Kamar,
Please
like
speak
who's like
louder.
mid.
Sit.
Sorry. Shawnee with the note in hand running back to Kamar, who's like probably like mid, like putting the chair upright, just grabs her and then runs to like the little hidden garden they have. The chair still really falls back down as a result.
What? Shani, are you okay? What's going on?
All right. So I want to talk to the whole group about this, but things are going on. But I need to tell you something, okay? And I would never tell someone's secret behind their back, but this kind of has to do with you and me. And I fucking hate the Feywild for this. I did not need this knowledge yet, but I have it, and I have to share it with the one person who needs it. And
Okay,
Back in that
sure.
dating sim thing. I mean, I'm pretty sure all of our companions, to like, they were. I expected all of our companions told us things they normally wouldn't tell. You know, like they would eventually tell us, but like they were under the influence of fey magic. Yeah.
Right.
And Asharan mentioned that they did something to you and and I need you. I don't know what they did. For all I know, it could have just been eating my leftover meal in the fridge. I still haven't in the pantry. I still know who did it. But, anyways, point is, I just want you to know that whenever we do find out about this, I'm gonna do my best to forgive them for whatever it is they did, and I wanted to run that by you. Because I don't think it would be fair for you to be caught surprised if this news ever comes to light, and for me to just not be.
Wait, I'm confused. They said they did something to us?
Something so upsetting for them that the magic of that world faltered. It didn't look right, and they didn't look okay. And I know they've suffered the regret long enough for whatever it is they did. And I don't know what it is yet. But I'm letting you know I'm gonna try my best in my heart to find a way to forgive them.
Well, you don't have any idea what it could be? I mean, if it's involving us, something we might not be able to forgive them for?
Maybe, but Asharan clearly hasn't forgiven themselves for everything they've done. And I used to be the same way, hiding what I did, who I was from you. I don't want to encourage that behavior from anyone else if I can help it. Obviously, if what they did was too much for either of us, I wouldn't blame either of us for reacting in any bad way. But I did know I wouldn't be able to rest well if I didn't tell you this much.
No, I'm glad you did. I'll try to be more prepared.
And I think whatever happened in the Feywild, even if Prince claims they got put back in our house with no memory, might have affected Asharan. Look, and then Shani shows the letter saying that Asharan is gone to go find the church. I think they've run off and we need to find them once the whole party's ready to go.
It's a good idea. Okay, we should find the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna be okay, though? Get to see much of each other at the Feywild, so I just want to make sure you're okay.
When I heard the whole dating thing, I was expecting, a fun time of like, oh, I get to, just be gal pals with Larissa or mess around and tease Kai Shen, but this is just cruel, what they did. And I'm a little shaken up. But right now, we need to get ourselves together and help out Asharan. For now, at least.
Do what we can for all of them.
Johnny nods, and that's everything. They'll go back to the house. Do you have anything else you want to add, Yulia?
She's just gonna take her hand and walk with her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With that, Euphoria, what are you doing besides chucking tables around?
Euphoria is going to make her way back to the training ground, and she's currently taking out all of her anger on the training dummy. Just stabbing it repeatedly with her rapier.
Illya?
So I imagine Illya walks in and just sees Euphoria skewering this poor dummy. And just goes to her, like walks up closely to her and just gives her a tap on the shoulder and just say, "It's me."
I know.
If you want to be alone, I understand, but I just I wanted to at least check.
Illya, I don't know what I meant to do. I have to figure out how to best an archfey. And even though that's my Juby, I don't know what to expect anymore. And I talked a big game with Kashen. I talked a lot about how we can't control everything in our lives, but there's so much now that I can't predict. And I don't know how this is going to turn out. And even if I win, let's say that I do. Juby's free, but I gotta take her place. And I'd have to leave everyone too, no better than she did. I'd have to leave you.
Euphoria, you know that I would be there with you. No matter what came of this sorry games, this sorry dates. I had resolved myself that when the time came, I would journey to the Feywilds and make sure that the Houndmaster would have someone always there by their side to make sure that they find their happiness as best as they can. And, for a while, that it's the image of that person was always Jubilee. But you know this better than anyone that I have a mission too, when all this is said and done. That is to get the lost souls of the Feywild home. And that'll be my finale. My departure from the mortal plane. If we found a way to magically get everyone out of this deal, I would I would love to stay with you. But I think we both know enough about the Fae and the deals that that's not likely going to happen.
I'm not about to ask you to do anything that you don't want to do. And I mean, I like you a lot, Ilya. I don't know. I just don't know what kind of future I have at this point.
Hmm.
I'm either gonna be a Houndmaster, or I'm gonna be dead. I just don't see another way out of this.
Do not take into account my well-being in this. I know you cared about me, but just please let me finish. I hate saying these words, but a reality that I have come to settle down with is that no matter what happens, everybody here, all that I hold dear in this plane, will die before me, and I will be left alone. Everyone will die, and I will still be here. And I'm not about to stay and mope. I'm going to chase my happiness. And if there's someone in that Feywild that I know will help make me happy, by God, I'm going to be there to help them, to love them, and to make them feel like they deserve love.
You talk a lot of pretty words. Is that how you won over Salonia in the game?
If you saw the escapes, and I'm sure you know that it was a bit more crude than that.
In the distance, you hear a Viva la Revolution.
It's the truth. Everyone. I will lose everyone. And I don't know if I can do that again. So, there is one person that can still make me happy around. I just want to be with them. Whether that be Jubilee or you or anybody else that thinks that they can be the one, but
Darling,
I cannot lose everyone over again forever.
I want to be very frank with you, okay?
Mhm.
People are going to come and go out of your life, and that's just how it is, no matter how much it hurts. And if there's one thing that I've learned, it's that there is no one, okay? And I don't want you pinning all your hopes of happiness on me. I don't want you pinning them on my daughter, whatever the outcome. Whatever happens, I want you to do what you want to find happiness again in your life.
Do you know what I want more than anything for myself when all this is said and done?
What would you like?
I want to open a little school for Fey children and teach them the joys and wonder of life. Not just the fake ideas they have, but the real true deal that I know we both know so well.
I think that's a mighty fine idea. We could do with a new generation of little rock boys.
I know that in the end, my future will lead me to the Fae. I would love, well, perhaps that's not the best way to put it. If I had someone there to walk beside me, that'd be all right.
Well, let's hope I live that long, huh?
I know you will. You saw her. You saw how she trembled.
Yeah.
And I know it's not easy to just sit on, but I know she's still scared.
That's good. That means there's still something human in her.
Faye, don't cry.
You cry.
I like to think that a little bit more of a mixed breed at this point.
But you're right. It's hard to see her like that, but it's a small comfort to know there's still something of the old Juby still left in her.
Very much still.
I just hope it's still there by the time I come for her.
If I know anything about how strangely time works, it won't be too long for her. But Euphoria, and she'll bring her in for a hug and just squeeze her tightly. We have a goal now. We'll make it happen.
Yeah. God, she's
Huh?
back.
She's back.
She's back.
Sorry, my Discord crashed.
Hobbs is back.
so-
All right.
Oh
It was it left off at now you have a goal now, and it was Euphoria to talk. Sorry, yeah, my Discord crashed.
All right, take it from the top, everyone. Start over.
places. Euphoria just said, I hate that my mother was right. But at least she's still good for something.
You know, she is certainly something, but I guess we cannot discredit her expertise.
Hmm.
We all have something that we're good at. Granted, that's not exactly what I would aim to have, but you know. Do you feel better now?
A little.
I wouldn't expect it to be perfect. Would you like to have a cup of tea?
Can you put whiskey in it?
You know I can. One hot toddy, I believe you called it.
And a slice of lemon.
Slice of lemon, perfect. Go grab it. But
Thank
I'll
you.
meet you out there. Whenever you're ready.
Thank you.
All right.
She'll walk out.
All right. Do you guys at some point reconvene so Cess can give you the deets?
Yes.
Okay.
Asharan's missing.
That's it. That's the deets.
That's it. Okay. I thought we were gonna we were shouting out. What was Daisy?
Oh, where's the last place you left her? Did you check your other phone?
Okay, so I went up to Asharan's room because during the dating thing, they said something that they wouldn't normally have said, and even though Prince, just fucking staring at the cat, promised that they'd come back with no effects, I think maybe what they said got to them. Asharan's ran off to go find the church. Now, I'm assuming this is the Silver Flame, but I don't think they'd run all the way up there by themselves, right? This is the part where you... Okay.
Just the church. Do you think that she would go to Ray's church, or...
Wouldn't hurt looking there.
Yeah, we certainly can't exclude any of the possibilities. We should at least
And-
try and look.
Prince,
Meow.
just to confirm for us, you had nothing to do with this, right?
He puts up his paws. Meow.
For Faye, I think that's close enough to an affirmation.
That's very, very assuring.
Didn't know their bones could twist like that.
You hear popping sounds.
Why do you think she ran away? Or why do you think they ran away?
It's not my secret to tell, but they regret who they were, what they did. Even though we killed even though we killed the person that made them did all that, I think they feel like the business is unfinished and they're gonna see if there's anything else to do. Guys, we killed her, right? There's no
Yes.
sequel. You don't think she could come back in some way, shape, or form, do you?
Well, I mean, theoretically, isn't it possible? I mean, the Ashbringers kept popping back up.
I am not a religious person, but maybe given belief and worship, they could. But it seems insane. The church said that they cleaned it up. So I suppose I never did trust the Silver Flame in the first place.
Right, and she's a woman of silence. It's strange that she would turn to religion after all this.
Asharan is very religious.
Oh, Asharan, I'm sorry. I was
Not Silonia.
thinking of the
Silonia
wrong-
did run away.
Yes, Silonia. Yep.
I was like, Asharan is incredibly religious.
She is incredibly religious, you're right.
Still, we don't have any other leads, and, well, our only contact with the Silver Flame who might have some ideas, Ray, so we should go
To
see her,
race. Hmm. One moment. I need to grab a few things from my room. I just to speed through this because I wanted to at least do a little something. Ilya goes up to a room, grabs the package, and inside of it is basically a permafrosted branch that she takes and essentially takes the draconic focus and melds it into the branch, causing it to resonate with all the different dragon flights and creating a sort of rainbow effect on the top of the branch. And she does a quick, like, silent prayer for herself and then comes back down with the staff ready.
Okay, you guys see Ilya come back downstairs with a swaggerific staff.
I see you took that time to get your pimp cane in order. Let's get going.
I apologize, but this may be necessary.
Another trinket from Snow.
It's a tree branch from the source of my mother's power. Wanted to combine both my family and those closest to me.
Everyone ready then?
Mm-hmm.
Good to go.
Lily, sorry to dine and dash, but we're heading back out.
Oh, geez. Well, I hope they're okay.
We'll
Please
bring 'em
stay
back.
safe.
And as you guys
Be able to lure them out with grilled cheeses.
as you guys leave the house with a stack of grilled cheese and hitting towards Ray's chapel, we will end here for tonight. We did have our plucky group of heroes successfully completing Quest 11, Royals in Romance. So thank you.
Woo! Yeah!
But yeah, I just really appreciate you guys. I hope you all had a lot of fun tonight. I know I took a dating sim that made it really sad for everyone.
The heck?
Yay!
Classic Ashes of the Last War. Trauma sim. But yes, thank you everybody. If you haven't done so already, please go check out these wonderful players available by typing in !players. They're all amazing streamers in their own right. And I can vouch for this. Very cute. In addition, if you haven't done so already, you can go check out !D&D. It has the VODs of every single stream of Ashes of the Last War we have done, which is now going to be soon 49 of them, and still several more to go. As they begin Quest 12 next. And if you haven't done so already, please give me a follow here on Twitch, a sub over on YouTube, a follow on Twitter, and you can join my Discord, the Eternal Citadel, and be a part of my incredible community. All right, everybody, we will be back here on Wednesday for more thirsty sword lesbian action in On Guard. So come on by, watch me sword fight and make sassy quips. We are gonna go raid heckin' cutie that I've actually never raided before, but they're the DM of a little squid VTuber that I really like, and they're currently playing D&D with that squid. So we're gonna raid KB Angel, they them pronouns. If you're a follower, please copy down the call to hugs. If you're a sub, please copy down the knight's message. And let's go send KB some love. And they seem to be a high-level campaign so far, because they're like 80 hit points plus for their team, so probably deep into this. But
Must
yeah,
be nice.
I hope everyone has a great night and the sweetest of dreams. Let's get this raid on the road. I hope you all enjoyed watching my players continue to cry every session, all day.
Yay!
Hey!
You ain't crying, you ain't watching.
Cry check.
All right, everybody, have a great night and the sweetest of dreams. Bye!
Night.